Good morning, everyone. Once again, we are here with another topic of ISC economics, income and cross elasticity of demand. So, students, in this topic, we will discuss that impact of income and substitute goods or complementary goods on the quantity of the commodity which is purchased by the consumer. So, let us start the topic. Before starting the topic, I would like to tell once again that you have to complete your question answers till lesson number 3. This is fourth chapter, and on Monday this chapter will also finish. I'll give the question answers of this chapter also. Last topic I'll complete on Monday. So till then you can complete chapter number 3. So let's start the topic. So first we are going to discuss income elasticity of demand. So if we are discussing about income elasticity of demand, so let us see the statement first. Income elasticity of demand measures the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded of a commodity to a change in the income of the consumer. So as we have discussed in case of price, change in price of the commodity, whatever that responsive change in the quantity commodity, that was price elasticity of demand. In the same way, if there is a change in the income and whatever that degree of responsiveness and the quantity of the commodity by the change in the income of the consumer is known as income elasticity of demand. So, as we have discussed in the price elasticity of demand, that percentage change in quantity demanded, there was percentage change in price. Here will come percentage change in income. Rest of the things will be same which were there in the price elasticity of demand. So, let us go through the formula which will have. So, we know well that delta Q, the change in the quantity demanded, and Q, that previous quantity, delta Y, change in income, and Y, previous income or initial income. So these things are well known to you. Now the formula will be same, just like delta Q upon delta Y into Y upon Q. So here only in case of P, here Y will be used, rest of the formula will same. So you can do the numerical based on this one if it is coming. Otherwise in board exam we are having the numericals on the basis of price elasticity of demand only, not other methods we are using. This formula is given to you for further use in next classes. So you should know that same formula is there for price and income. So let us go for the types of elasticity of demand. So numericals are not there on the basis of that formula, only that concept or the theory part is there from this income and cross elasticity of demand. So let us move on the first topic, that types of income elasticity of demand. So if we are discussing about income elasticity, so first one is positive income elasticity. So what is positive income elasticity? So income elasticity of demand is said to be positive when, with an increase in income of a consumer, the amount purchased of a commodity increases, and with the decrease in that income of that consumer, the amount of purchased commodity decreases. So suppose your income is increasing, you got the bonus, so your quantity of the commodity which you are purchasing, that will also increase. And if you are having some deduction, some taxes you have to pay, then the commodity purchased by the consumer may be decreased. So positive income elasticity is of three types. We will discuss further. Means income elastic, income inelastic, and unitary income elastic. So we have discussed in case of demand, that elastic demand, inelastic demand, and unitary elastic demand, while we are discussing about elasticity of the demand. So same concepts are here for the income also. So let us go for first one, income elastic. If the price of percentage change in the quantity demanded of a commodity is greater than the percentage change in the income, the EY will be exceed unity. So what does it mean? What is the meaning of this one? That if your income is increasing, that quantity demanded by the consumer will also increase. That is known as income elastic. Or we can say so that whatever the ratio of that income, that will be less, and commodity which you are purchasing, that will be more. So as it was there elastic demand, or elasticity of demand was elastic, means same is here. If less change in income and more change in quantity demanded by the consumer, then the demand is income elastic. So that is very clear. I hope you understood this one. Second one is income inelastic. So income inelastic means here that elasticity is less than 1. So we can say so when more change in income of the income of the consumer and less change in the quantity demanded by the consumer. That case is known as income inelastic. So we are having more change in income and less change in quantity demanded by the consumer. In case of necessity goods, it is there. For example, that your income is increasing 20%, then the salt which you are purchasing for that household, that will not will increase that much amount, because salt is fixed and you cannot increase more than the consumption of the salt. So in case of necessity goods, we can see that impact of income inelastic elasticity. So it is very clear, more income, less quantity demanded, increased with compared to the or with ratio to the income, that is income inelastic. So next one, we are going to discuss unitary income elasticity. So it is very easy to understand in which ratio that income is increasing, in the same ratio that quantity demanded is increasing. So for example, you are purchasing 1 kg mango and your income increased rupees 100. So you are increasing 2 kg mango. So previously you are purchasing 1 kg mango when it was rupees 100 per kg, and your income increased rupees 100, then you are purchasing 2 kg mangoes. So this is known as unitary income elasticity. Whatever the change in the income, the same change is there in the quantity demanded of a commodity. So let us go for the next topic, that is negative elasticity of demand. So what is meant by negative elasticity of demand? When there is negative impact of the income on the quantity demanded. So when an increase in income of the consumer leads that fall in the amount purchased of the commodity, and vice versa. So in which case it is possible? It is possible in the case of given goods. Given goods we have already discussed in second chapter, demand chapter, we have discussed about given goods. So given goods are those goods whose demands fall when the income increase. So it is known as negative impact of income. So while that income increase, the demand of that particular commodity is decreasing. So that is known as negative income. And vice versa means opposite of this one. If the demand will fall down, then consumer will shift to the given goods because the income is less and he cannot consume that normal goods. So he will shift on the chorus grains or the given goods or inferior goods. So I hope you understood the negative income elasticity. So it is very clear that negative relationship is there in the income and the quantity demanded of a commodity. So now we are going to discuss the next topic, that is zero income elasticity of demand. So zero income elasticity of demand means there is no relationship between the quantity of the commodity and the income of the consumer. Either the income is decreasing or the income is increasing, there is no change in the quantity demanded by the consumer. That is known as zero income elasticity of demand, means no relationship between the quantity demanded and the income of the consumer. So I hope this topic is also clear to you, zero income elasticity of demand. So now we are moving that conclusion of this topic, and that is we have discussed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 5 types of income elasticity of demand we have discussed. Positive, while we are having that change in income means increment in income, then increment in quantity demanded, and there is decrement in quantity demanded, then there is again decrement in the income. So we can see so that income and commodity demanded are related to each other. That is known as positive income elasticity of demand. So there were three cases. First one was income elastic. In that, what was there means more change in less change in income and more change in quantity demanded. One more was there, that income inelastic. There was more change in income and less change in quantity demanded. And third one was unitary income elasticity. There the equal change was there between that quantity demanded as well as income of the consumer. Means the ratio was same. So now we are going to discuss about negative. So negative means whenever that impact of the income is inverse on the quantity demanded. For example, we are having that income increased, then quantity demanded falls. So it is in the case of given goods, I have already told to you, and vice versa. Means if that income falls, then consumer will shift from normal goods to given goods. So now we are going to discuss last one, zero income elasticity. So there is no relationship between the income and the quantity demanded of the commodity. So in that case, we can go through that no relationship between the quantity demanded as well as income of the consumer. So now we are going to discuss about another topic which is very important, cross elasticity of demand. So it is clear by the name. Cross means we are having interchange of the elasticity of the commodity. So let's go for the statement. Cross elasticity of demand is defined as that percentage change in the quantity demanded of a commodity with respect to the change in the price of the related goods or related commodity. So we have discussed in case of complementary goods and in case of substitute goods. So substitute goods we have seen that they are related to each other or they are consumed optionally, means one cannot be consumed with another one. So we will discuss this thing afterwards. In case of positive cross price elasticity of demand and negative cross price elasticity of demand. But first we will go for formula for calculating that cross elasticity of demand. So percentage change in quantity demanded of commodity X upon percentage change in percentage in price of the commodity Y. So here the same which was there in price elasticity of demand, but what is changed here, that commodity has been changed. First one is commodity X, second one is commodity Y, and we are taking two commodities. There we have taken only one commodity. That is the difference only. Let us go through the formula. So delta Qx upon delta Py. So Qx here change in the quantity demanded of X commodity. Delta Pxy, sorry, delta Py is here change in the price of the Y commodity, and Py is here price of Y commodity, and Qx is here the quantity of the X commodity which was their previous one. So these things are very common which were there in price elasticity of demand. Only we have changed in case of price. So here we have taken quantity of X and price of Y, means change in the quantity demanded X is a ratio to the change in price of commodity Y. So that is of two types, positive and negative. So what is positive cross elasticity of demand? So price increases of the commodity X, then there is that quantity demanded of commodity Y increases. So that is in case of substitute goods. I will make it clear with the example. Suppose that the price of tea will increase, then consumer will shift from tea to coffee. It means that quantity demanded of the coffee will increase in case of increment in the price of commodity X. It means if tea is commodity X, then there will the income in the quantity demanded commodity Y, that is coffee. So that is in case of substitute goods. And second case, that negative cross price elasticity of demand. As I told you in starting, then there are two kind of goods, complementary and substitute goods. So complementary goods are those goods which are used together, means they are demanded together. So what will happen, suppose we are taking bat and ball, and if that price of that X commodity will fall, then what will happen, there will be that positive change in the commodity y, that is means ball. So if we are discussing, so that if that bat price will come down, then ball demand will increase itself. So let us go through the statement once again, that price increases of commodity y decreases the quantity demanded of commodity x. So if price of bat will increase, then that quantity demanded of ball will decrease, and if that price of that bat will decrease, then quantity demanded of ball will increase. Like same is there, pen and copy, we can say so. Many other examples are there, car and petrol, these are complementary goods, these are used together. Bread and butter. So in that case, complementary goods case, if that price of one commodity will fall, then quantity demanded for other commodity will increase, and opposite is there in case of substitute goods, where inverse impact of the price x on the commodity y. So I hope these things are clear. Last point is remaining, that is zero cross elasticity of demand. What is zero cross elasticity of demand? Same it was there in case of income elasticity of demand, means there x and y goods are not related. For example, we can say so that TV set and coffee, so these are not related to each other. Other goods we can take like this, that sari and oven, so there is no relationship between these two. So these things are known as zero cross price elasticity of demand. There is no relationship between the commodity x and commodity y, and there is no impact of purchasing of x commodity on commodity of purchase y. TV and remote are having that relationship, but TV and bike are not having a relationship. So this is known as zero cross elasticity of demand, while that price of x commodity not having any impact on y commodity, that is zero cross elasticity of demand. So I hope you understood this topic well. Next topic we will discuss about importance of elasticity of demand, and in same lecture I will give you the question answers of chapter number 4. Till then, stay home, stay safe and stay tuned. Have a nice day.